Every morning you wake up thinking you're making choices. But what if I told you that most people are just puppets dancing to strings they can't even see? The algorithm decides what you watch. Your friends decide where you go. Your past failures decide what you won't even try. You think you're the main character of your story, but you're not even holding the controller. But here's what separates the legends from the background characters. They discovered the first law of personal power. The one habit that transforms victims into warriors, followers into leaders, puppets into gods of their own destiny. You're about to learn the ancient secret that every anime protagonist discovers. The moment they stop being controlled by fate and start controlling their fate. Let me paint you a picture. It's 7 a.m. Your alarm goes off, but instead of getting up, you reach for your phone. Just 5 more minutes. You tell yourself, just checking notifications. Those 5 minutes become 50. The algorithm feeds you exactly what it knows will keep you scrolling. Your morning is gone. Your energy? Drained before you even started. You get to work or school, and you're already behind. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and your whole mood shifts. Your boss gives you extra work, and suddenly your evening plans are ruined. A friend cancels, and your weekend feels empty. You see the pattern? You're not making choices. You're reacting, like a pinball, bouncing off whatever life throws at you. And here's the brutal truth. Most people never realize. Stephen Covey called this the circle of concern versus the circle of control. And this is where most people's lives fall apart. Reactive people spend 90% of their mental energy on things they can't control. The weather, other people's opinions, the past, the government, their ex, their parents' expectations. And because they focus on what they can't control, their actual power, their circle of control, shrinks. They become weaker, more dependent, more like victims. Think about the worst anime characters. What do they all have in common? They're always whining about what's happening to them, never taking responsibility for what they can create. But then there's the awakening, the moment when future legends realize the truth that changes everything. It happened to Edward Elric when he stopped blaming the world for his problems and started taking action. It happened to Tanjiro when he chose to become a demon slayer instead of just mourning his family. It happened to Deku when he stopped waiting for a quirk and started training his body. The first habit of highly effective people in every anime legend is this: be proactive. But here's what most people get wrong about being proactive. They think it just means taking action. That's not even half the truth. Being proactive means understanding the gap, the space between what happens to you and how you respond. And in that gap lies your power. Stimulus, response. Between those two words is your freedom, your power, your ability to choose your next move instead of just reacting like an animal. Reactive people say things like, "That's just how I am. I can't help it. That's just my personality." Proactive people say, "I choose my response. I am responsible. I create my character through my choices." Want to know how to spot a future legend? Listen to their language. Reactive language sounds like, "I have to. If only, I can't. They make me so angry. There's nothing I can do." Proactive language sounds like, "I choose to. I prefer. I will. I control my emotions." Let's look at alternatives. Every time you use reactive language, you strengthen the victim mindset. Every time you use proactive language, you're cutting the strings, building your power. This isn't just about positive thinking. This is about rewiring your brain to see possibilities instead of limitations. And here's where it gets insane. When you focus your energy on what you can control, something magical happens. Your circle of control starts to grow. You start with the basics, your morning routine, your response to stress, your daily habits, small things. But as you prove to yourself that you have power, your confidence grows. Your influence grows. People start noticing your energy, your consistency, your reliability. They start coming to you for advice, for leadership. Your circle of control becomes a circle of influence. This is how anime protagonists become legends. They don't start by trying to change the world. They start by taking complete responsibility for their own actions, their own growth, their own power. So, how do you actually become proactive? How do you cut the strings and take control? Here's the warrior's code. First is Rule 1, the 30-second rule. Between stimulus and response, give yourself 30 seconds. Don't react immediately. Breathe. Ask yourself, what response will make me stronger? What choice aligns with who I want to become? Next is Rule 2, the ownership oath. Every morning, say this: I am responsible for my life. My choices create my reality. I have the power to change my story. Own it, mean it, live it. Then there's Rule 3, the language upgrade. Catch yourself using victim language. Replace I have to with I choose to. Replace I can't with I'll find a way. This isn't fake positivity. This is mental programming. And Rule 4, the focus shift. Every time you catch yourself worrying about something outside your control, redirect that energy to something you can influence. Turn concern into action. This is the moment everything changes. When you stop being a victim of circumstances and become the architect of your destiny. Same problems, same challenges, same world. But now you respond from power, not weakness, from choice, not reaction, from strength, not fear. And here's the beautiful truth. When you become truly proactive, you inspire others to cut their strings too. You become a force for transformation in the world. Every anime legend reaches this moment. The moment they realize their true power was never about the circumstances they faced. It was about how they chose to face them. You have the same power, the same choice, the same potential for legendary transformation. The question isn't whether you're capable of taking control. The question is, will you? Your training starts now. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to live by the Proactive Warrior's Code. Catch yourself being reactive. Use the 30-second rule. Take ownership. Upgrade your language. Focus on what you can control. And here's what I want you to do right now. Take out your phone. Open your notes. Write down one thing that's been bothering you. Something you've been blaming on circumstances, other people, or bad luck. Now, write down 3 actions you could take today that would give you more control over that situation. Not perfect solutions, just steps forward. That's it. That's how legends are born. Not with perfect plans or ideal circumstances, but with small, proactive choices that compound into extraordinary results. Remember this: fate is what happens when you let life control you. Destiny is what you create when you take control of life. You were never meant to be a puppet. You were meant to be the hero of your own story. The strings are cut. The power is yours. Your legendary transformation starts now.